but now they know they do anything with the power. Every day, dollar just they get the higher power over naira. Still them talk say make we off mind, but thank God say Maiyegun don't come. So my people make you loud down, yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. My people make we shout, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun diary Politico, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. This one not they off in mind, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Person where they do evil, no one make person talk. Them say that Maiyegun, that man too they talk. He too they talk. Say Maiyegun diary, he dey hot like pepper. But every day then they take money in bulk. Poor man pikin dey the street they hawk. Still them talk say make we no talk. But thank God say Maiyegun don't come. So my people make you loud, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. My people make you shout, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come. Maiyegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Maiyegun diary.
Hello there. Good afternoon to you.
Maiyegun
Evening to you.
tó dòdòdò.
Good morning to you from wherever you are watching from.
Maiyegun
This is Maiyegun live.
lórí Facebook, lórí YouTube. Gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ni Maiyegun já wa sí. Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í kó níbẹ̀ o. Bó bá ṣe eré, àní Maiyegun máa wí. Ó sì tún ṣe eré, wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o. Maiyegun diary Politico.
Share this broadcast. Invite your friends. Invite your not so friendly friends. And tell them that Maiyegun is here tonight again. And tonight, I mean, if it's afternoon for you, it's still the same thing, okay? Tonight, I am going to open the broadcast with a bit of forward. So you can possibly share the broadcast now, right? Like the video. And if you haven't really subscribed on here, you can, I mean, if you want to. By the way, share the broadcast. Tell them.
Lórí Facebook. Lórí YouTube. Ọba bá gbé wúrẹ́. Ijó ìgbádìyẹ. Presido bá rúfin o. Gómìnà gbówó jẹ. Ọlọ́pàá tí ń darí pa. Aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o. Òpùrọ́ olóṣèlú.
As you dey see with us, you go dey pain them. As you dey pain them, you go dey see with us.
Good evening to you, good morning to you, and good afternoon to you from wherever you are watching from. This is Maiyegun live. Continue from where we stopped there last night, talking about the feedback, reactions, unsolicited advices. There is something I'm going to say tonight, so that before you invest your emotion before you invest every other thing that you want to invest in Maiyegun. It is better for you to know better. Ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate, oh dear, I love your concerns, especially on my last 2 broadcasts. Something that has sort of given so many of you concerns that Maiyegun, you cannot be, you shouldn't be showing that you are angry. You are a leader. There are so many people watching you all over the world. You should learn how to take things so that people will not be like, these are the people they want to hand over Yoruba nation to, and all of that stuff. I'm going to address you tonight. I don't want you to waste your emotional investment. I am not somebody you can invest emotion on. I am not somebody that you can possibly wish will completely fit what you are looking for. But I'll tell you a little bit about myself. There's something I learned growing up, and that thing is that Maiyegun, you must never let anybody tell your story. You must tell your stories by yourself. No matter how many times you have to tell it, and again and again and again, because it takes an event for people to mold a personality for you. And whenever they see you, that is what they see. Tell your story, and whatever they make of it is their own business. Maiyegun General, Maiyegun Gbogbogbò, Maiyegun Worldwide that you probably have created in your mind. If you flash back very well on this Zuckerberg and the rest of all these platforms that you have come to see Maiyegun today, I have always warned people. Are you with me? I have always warned people that I may say something that makes you happy today. So happy. So glad that you are following Maiyegun. And tomorrow, I may also say something, which I will, by the way. I will say something again that is going to make you feel like, I didn't know that this Maiyegun is this or that. The reason is this. I will say everything as I see them, and you can call me your conscience. But in doing all of this, I don't want to be anybody's leader. I don't want to be leader of any group. I don't want to start any group. I don't want to do anything that will make you think that love you've told me you love Maiyegun, that respect you said you have for Maiyegun based on whatever condition, and every other thing that makes you feel like, you know what I mean? But the bottom line is that conditional love, conditional respect, they don't work on me. On Maiyegun's Diary Politico, people have actually told me, let me put it this way, there are many of you who are watching me. Don't be say because you wanted to, but it is because you have no choice. Yeah, you don't have any choice. If not, you'll be somewhere else right now. But you still don't like Maiyegun, but there's something there. You don't like Maiyegun because he has no respect. I have been told many times, when I was talking about Tifnumbu, when I was talking about all those rogues, criminals in Yoruba land that call themselves Yoruba leaders, I started with pointing out what they have done, and at the same time, how what they have done have affected the people, including myself and the people I know. Then mentioning what they have done, I am somebody who also like to mention the names of who did them. People have told me that as a Yoruba man, I have to learn how. You are not showing that you are a Yoruba man. Yoruba don't disrespect elders. I bet Yahweh. No, be on this same platform. I told you that there are elders, there are elders, hell. There are leaders, there are dealers. On this same social media, no social media. So many of those you are looking at today who are watching Maiyegun, who are Yorubas, they don't like me simply because they've said I disrespected their leaders. And I said, your leaders are criminals. And I mentioned their names. Some of you agreed with me, didn't you? Of course you did. Respect is earned. You don't give it willy-nilly. You see, you, Maiyegun, some of them even believe that their leaders should have cursed Maiyegun. Our leaders should have done something about this Maiyegun. This guy that is talking anyhow. But some of you are Yorubas, and you are saying you love Maiyegun today because Maiyegun is talking about Yoruba nation. Abi, I am coming to you as well. I have people on this platform, MaiyegunsDiary Politico, for 10 years now. Yeah? They are very, very religious. They are pastors. They are imams. They are sheikh. They are deacon. They are this and that. On MaiyegunsDiary Politico. If na Deboya won't enter, I know they ask for permission. If now your imam, I won't enter. If now your Islam, the type one that is terrorist, if I want to address it, I don't start forgetting and start feeling like, what are the Muslims on MaiyegunsDiary Politico going to feel like? Man, let me think. What are they going to feel like? Because they love me. They love me. Are they not going to stop loving me now? Shemadini. I don't think like that. Because if you love Maiyegun, you will separate that culture that said we should respect elders. You will separate it from thieves who are also old. If your religion is real, you will separate it from the terrorists. You will separate it from the pastorpreneurs, criminals who can read Bible. You are not going to say Maiyegun is attacking my religion. Maiyegun is attacking my this. Does Maiyegun hate the Muslim? Does Maiyegun hate the Christian? What is wrong with you, Maiyegun? I don't care. I love this Maiyegun, but every time he's talking about, that's one thing I don't like about him. I don't care. I don't wait for validation. I don't. And you know why you need to know is this. People have told me that I am rude. Your politicians, your respected criminal politicians in Nigeria, they used to talk to me. You know, this kind of thing where we say they'll feel like, hey, my brother, I love what you are doing. I love all your idea, blah, 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 blah. But you know, one thing is this. They cannot tell you too, those of them who have actually called me before. They will tell you, that guy has no respect. Especially if you begin to try to make him understand why things are what they are in Nigeria, blah, 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 blah. You're going to trigger him. You are just going to trigger him. You won't get a chance of trying to be his friend. At a point, they thought I was going to be recording their calls. So they stopped. I don't care. So, if you now see me on this Zuckerberg media, I've been a YouTuber, wherever you are watching me from, and suddenly you are catching feelings for me because I'm talking about something you love so much. Something I respect this Maiyegun. This is the kind of person we are looking for in Yoruba land. This is the kind of person we are looking for. I am not the kind of person you are looking for. I am really, really hot-tempered to bullshit. Trust me, I am. I am not politically correct person. I don't like to be politically correct. I don't. Do you understand? Which simply means I speak how I feel, and that's how I let go. I never expected any of you to actually have time to listen to me. No, seriously, I'm saying this, right? I never expected all of you who have become a MaiyegunsDiary lover. I love this Maiyegun so much. I wasn't asking for that love. I just wanted to be heard. That is why you can't come to me and say, Maiyegun, I love what you are doing. But you need to tell your people, you need to bring all your people together. You need to come and do this. You need to come and do that. You are a leader. Which leader? I am the leader of the Temple of Truth. And my job is to unite those who are done with a rigged system called Nigeria. So I appreciate the love. I appreciate the care. I appreciate the support. But guess what? They are voluntary. I love this Maiyegun. It is voluntary. You can take it back. This Maiyegun, you need to, once in Maiyegun, you need to calm down. You need to know that as a leader, you have to learn how to take some things in. You are trying to make me become what you like. That is not me. So take back your love. Take back your follow. Take back your like. Take back everything that make you think I am the right person that fits into whatever imagination you have. I am not. I don't want to be anybody's leader. Do you understand? And that is why I will do things in the name of MaiyegunsDiary Politico. Because that is the name I made for myself. You understand? And I'm proud of it. So if somehow, you suddenly feel like, and I respect this guy before, that thing he said about Baba Akintoye, that thing he said about this and that, it makes me feel somehow. Maiyegun, you need to, please, take it back. I decided to pay more attention to what is going on in Yoruba land, because that is where I come from. When Nigeria happened, it happened to my people too. In fact, as people are sharing in the poverty created by the political criminals in Nigeria, that has now resulted into poverty exponential and insecurity. My family members, my friends, the people, acquaintances, and people I know are sharing in this malady. And if I see everyone who says we can get it better, we can break it up. I remember when I started the Break It Up to Save Life. You remember when I started that about 4 years ago? How many of you remember that? Break It Up to Save Life, Nigeria. That is just me attracting every other group which are so disgruntled about what is going on in Nigeria and ready to push for something different. That's how I attracted everybody. Like Oni, Oni attracts everything. That's how I attracted them on MaiyegunsDiary Politico. I love to do things in my own name, because that is something I can defend. And I didn't make that name because I was listening to your emotions. So if I want to say I don't give a damn about people, it is how I feel. You might want me to say, I don't want to bother myself about some people. That may be a nice way to say it for you. For me, I can say I don't give a damn about them. That's how I feel. If that offends you, you can go to hell. And I love you, Maiyegun. O le gba love e ko go ko lo si kutu wenji ko sonu. Kò matter sí mi at all. And that is why validation new Maiyegun. And to the point, let me put this as well. To the point that some of us here are beginning to tell me what I should talk about, what I should focus on. simply because to you, that is exactly what will make you feel better. Listen, it's good for fans to say, Maiyegun, please mention this. I love people being comfortable around me. But listen, I am somebody who sets his own rules. I don't follow the general rules. I don't follow the general dictates. That is why what you feel doesn't really matter, especially if it is conditional. This thing is going to discourage people about this whole struggle. We struggle. The struggle that many of you have turned to your business ventures. The struggle that you have all turned to your livelihood. Oduduwa nation is going to come by June. Oduduwa nation is going to come by December. Biafra is going to come by January. And so many other jargons that many of you are actually pushing. Listen, I love respecting people and whatever you are painting in your head. But this is Maiyegun's Diary Politico. It is my rules. Let's put it this way. It is Maiyegun's Diary Politico temple. It is going to be by my rules. It is going to be by my conditions. And listen, it is never going to be about your emotion. And if that comes out rude, go and ask about people that are going to be telling you that you didn't know him. So I decided to let you know this, that we will do what we will do. And at some point, I am going to actually, because that's something that doesn't sit right with me. At some point, and that's why I'm saying this to you now. Mommy, if you think this is not what you wanted, Maiyegun, whatever is going on, Maiyegun, they were disappointed. Mommy, èmi kọ́ ni mo appoint emotion yín yẹn o. Tẹ́ bá wà disappointed, ẹ̀yin lẹ appoint ara yín, ẹ̀yin lẹ disappoint ara yín o. Èmi Maiyegun, mo kọ́ ọgbọ́n kan wípé ẹni tí ó bá wọn bo ìbàjẹ́ mọ́lẹ̀, oníbàjẹ́ lòun náà. Mi ò ń ṣe lẹ́nu méjì o. Mami, mi ò ń ṣe lẹ́nu méjì. Ká wí bẹ́ẹ̀, ká bá bẹ́ẹ̀, òun ni iye ọmọlúwàbí, ẹ̀yin màmá lẹ sọ bẹ́ẹ̀. Láyé àtijọ́, òun ni wọ́n máa ń sọ wípé pọ̀nyín, òun lè bú àgbà. Kò sí nǹkan tó ń jẹ́ pọ̀nyín. Tágbàlagbà bá ya wèrè, a máa sọ fún pé wèrè ni. Tágbàlagbà bá yolè, olè la máa pè é. Àwọ̀ òun ṣe àwọn ọmọ 70s máa o. A kì í ṣe àwọn ọmọ 60s. I respect àwọn ọmọ 60s tó ń ṣe tó gbà sí yín lẹ́nu o. Pariwo èdè, má sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ mọ́. Ó ti yẹ. Ìwọ ọmọ yìí tó bá fẹ́ dàgbà pariwo ẹ̀ mọ́. Ìwọ Maiyegun ta tẹ̀ tí ń wò pé tá bá gba Yorùbá nation, nǹkan báyìí, mi ò tọrọ àyè, mi ò tọrọ pé mo fẹ́ gba ipò kankan nínú Yorùbá nation, mi ò torí pé kí Maiyegun lè di nǹkan kan nínú nǹkan tẹ́ bá ń ṣe. Ó ti yẹ yín sìn. Èmi gẹ́gẹ́ bí ẹnìkan àtàwọn èèyàn bíi tèmi, ìdí tá fi ń ṣe nǹkan tá à ń ṣe ni wípé ibi tí Nàìjíríà ń lọ, tá a bá ṣe nǹkan kan nípa ẹ̀, àwọn ọmọ wa, nǹkan tójú wa ń rí, kékeré ni ní nǹkan tójú àwọn ọmọ wa máa rí. Tábàárẹ̀ yín tẹ́ fẹ́ ṣe leader ní Yorùbá nation, Maiyegun ò pẹ̀lú yín o. So màámi, tí ẹ bá wò pé Maiyegun ó ti yé báyìí, màámi, àsìkò kan ń bọ̀, mo máa sọ àwọn olè tí wọ́n sọ Yorùbá nation di jẹun. Tí mo bá dẹ̀ máa sọ nǹkan tí wọ́n ṣe, mo máa mẹ́rìí wá. Tí bá ti mẹ́rìí dé, mo máa dárúkọ wọn. So màámi, tí emotion yín ò bá ní gbé, Maiyegun tẹ́ rò pé ẹ ní lọ́kàn, bóyá Maiyegun yẹn kọ́ lẹ̀ ń rí yìí o. Ẹ má jẹ́ kó bà yín nínú jẹ́ o. Ẹ lè padà báyìí o. Ṣé ń gbọ́ mi mà? I am somebody who has been talking about the rot, trying my best to bring to your consciousness the rot in Nigeria. I am also one of those who have come here to point out how the Yoruba people ended where we are today, and why you as a Yoruba man, Yoruba woman, you must never feel like living Yoruba land is because of Fulani. I told you, those who are supposed to defend us, those who are supposed to speak for us, they joined those who are looting us, those who are killing us, and they are telling us to keep quiet for them. So if you pay attention to the rot and the backwardness of Yoruba land, you are never going to blame a Fulani man. You are never going to blame an Igbo man. You are going to look inward, and you are going to blame yourself for not seeing it early enough. It was on this Maiyegun's Diary Politico that I did that. I am just somebody like Crown Feet said yesterday. He said, I am just a vessel. I am not somebody who want to come and lead you anywhere. I am one of the vessels to help us discover honest, sincere people that can indeed take it upon themselves genuinely to lead us. I am one of those in search for that. And that is why, for the little space I have here, Maiyegun's Diary Politico, I decided to be an example of what we want to see. Do you understand that? So I don't want you to let your emotion that speaks through many of you to get to me. If I am angry, I am going to show it. Okay? If I am very, very angry, I will show it on Maiyegun's Diary Politico, because in that anger is where a message that I want to pass out, I want to pass them. And guess what? There is no compulsion on Maiyegun's Diary Politico. Everything is voluntary. So, if this man talking sense has shown his true color, he has no respect, he has no regard, he's going to, listen, people have told me, there are people, as you are watching this video right now, there are people who have made it their own Gouda ultimate search for the past 7 years since they have been hearing about Maiyegun. 7 years. I have been on this for over 10 years, by the way. There are people watching me right now. They are just waiting for one single scandal. Just one thing. We'll talk about this guy. We're looking, this guy is he thinks he can talk. Something, one thing. And ladies and gentlemen, they are going to wait for a very long time. You know why? There are those who are waiting that maybe something will just happen to me. Maybe I will just fall sick. And people will be saying, hey, pray for Maiyegun. And let us pray for Maiyegun. So that they can say, oh, the show he said about the pastor in Nigeria. He didn't think he can just talk. And they won't do anything to him. There are people watching me right now. They have been waiting for the news that something don't happen to Maiyegun. I know that. I do. There are people that are waiting to hear something that, they said they have arrested that Maiyegun. They are waiting. They don't want to know why. They said that, you know, that Maiyegun, he's been arrested. I know. There are those who are waiting every day. That, maybe one day they will say, Agbeke and Maiyegun, they don't scatter, everything don't scatter. So they can say, see you, no be your Maiyegun be this. No be that Maiyegun, you they shout be this. See am now, didn't we tell you? But do you know one thing that they will never get to hear is that Shebi will tell you, say this Maiyegun are thief. Person where they call everybody thief. If they come here, they do transparency. Oh yeah, ask them now. What happened to the money they said this and that? There are people who are waiting. So you don't worry if you are feeling like Maiyegun, and there are so many people watching you all over the world. And some of them they will not be happy because of the way you spoke about Baba. She thought about happy, come out happy. Oh, Boyoba. To about this stage, you can be motion. So when it gets to some stage, yeah. Same way I have been doing my best to make you understand how Yoruba got to where we are. It's the same way I'm going to also tell you, those who are using Yoruba Nation, for money-making machine. And when I start talking, I hope all I have said so far will help you to know that if you are disappointed in Maiyegun, no be me appoint you in the first place. So, are you with me? So if you get disappointed, now you appointed yourself, and you can't disappoint yourself. So the reason why I have to say that is that I will tell my story. If people say I am rude, I have no respect, they are right. It's because I am very rude. I have no respect for all manner of bullshit. That's what they call BS. And to me, when somebody don't act dodgy, when you begin to act corny, when you begin to act funny, listen to me. At that moment, your age doesn't matter to me anymore. At that time, your position or whoever you are doesn't really matter to me anymore. You see that moment, whatever you are seen as doesn't matter to me anymore. And that is why it is right if you think I am rude. People have projected that they are waiting for one day that this Maiyegun will be shamed, because according to them, I have abused almost all the people they respected. Do you understand? I have called the bluff of all the people they feared. And many of them are saying they are afraid for Maiyegun. Google voice note, all your voice notes, all your text message, everything on. So even those of you who are sending email, stop stressing yourselves. Okay? This is Maiyegun. And if you probably don't know before, now you do. Okay? A place where every day, listen to this, a place where every day, the obvious thing that will lead to the Nigeria's extinction, a possible, what do you call it, a possible ethnic war or tribal war or religious war that has been grooming and brewing in Nigeria, and for those who have been the victims as well, yeah. And then I have come to the time that listen, if we choose to be so kind of selective in how we deal with what Nigeria is doing to all of us, we end up we are divided. So we end up and we remain divided, and the same system that has brought this much ruins upon us will continue to live and to remain. So I choose my path as a path of how do you see this? Let me bring this out. Let's have a chat around it, and then let's link them up and see how much this affects you. Enough that even if you have differences, you can still sit together, you can still talk together, strategize together as a bond, and then eventually maybe break the chain. That is my concept on MaiyegunsDiary Politico, which somehow is my trademark. So Nigeria has gotten to a stage where all this division, all this calamity that, people say there is no good news coming from Nigeria, right? And they are right. Good news coming from Nigeria. I mean, you have a situation whereby even if you don't believe that Nigeria is done for, and you're just there in your car in the Federal Capital Territory, the capital of the country, somewhere you feel like, come on, it's safer. And they're right there in the middle of the road, boom, 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 boom. You have to actually struggle, swerve, and all of that, trying to run for your life. Something like this.
Me kawo na magana yanzu. Me kawo na abu. Me faru.
Yes, that was Abuja. Are you with me? That was Abuja. Just the same way you could be on a train and you could get attacked if you are okay. If you are lucky, to be alive and escape being kidnapped, right? And that's if you are lucky. But it could happen to you so fast, and you could end up in the den of kidnappers. Meanwhile, in that same place where the main road, the only highway that led to the Federal Capital Territory from Kaduna, has completely been occupied by terrorists. Yeah. In that same manner, those who got kidnapped, those who got kidnapped for over 40 whatever days now, are still in the den of their kidnappers, and everybody is moving on like nothing happened. But guess what? Among those who were kidnapped, for those who probably maybe not now anymore, but for those of you who felt like what APC, what they have done to Nigeria, insecurity-wise, is pretty much just the business of the North. When those who got kidnapped on the train about 2 months or so ago, when they were kind of displayed by the terrorists who got them, we've got, we found Yorubas there, we found Igbos there, who Nigeria happened to, and to show that there is nobody in charge of that Nigeria today, those guys are still there, like many others who have been in the, in the camp of their kidnappers for months, some years. They move on in Nigeria. Now we are now in the era of religious tolerance or intolerance, as you will say. What happened in Abuja? Started from what they called, what they said was an accident involving a kind of a trailer, Okada man, and his passenger, a woman. So the Okada man and the passenger got crushed, and I think they said the woman died there. And before you know it, boom, 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 the Okadas have started protesting, who are mostly Hausa or Fulanis in that part of Abuja. The day market, they call it the plank market, where you could go. You could go to go and buy your planks, as in all this furniture stuff, right? And before you know it, an accident that happened outside the market. Just suddenly, the riot that followed just enveloped the entire market, and like strangely, thank you very much. I'm going to say something as well very soon anyway. So strangely, they targeted shops, businesses owned by mostly Southerners. Specifically, people came out to say that. Are you with me? When we saw the ruins, then people were asking, how come whatever happened in the day market, as they said, how did that spread to outskirts of Abuja, straight down to the airport? For some of you who are probably going to Abuja, or you are a regular visitor there, who never believed that Nigeria is gone. Got trapped in there, and then, maybe luckily, you escaped. And that's it, the flash of what the reality of Nigeria is, right there in the center of the country. I didn't stop there. So we are in the era of mobbing and the mob, even though we're also in the era of, politics, where politicians would say a lot of things, and it's just going to be like all talk, no action. So a young lady, Deborah, was mobbed and killed in Sokoto because of what they said was a blasphemy against the prophet. Yeah? I'll come to that quickly because I know that Bukwari is currently in Dubai to pay, what do you call it, to pay condolence visits to the former president of, former prime minister, the former leader of that country. Meanwhile, Deborah and her family, Deborah has been buried, and there's never a single delegation, so to say, to the family to say the government is with them, right? But we'll come back to that. I'm going to take on that that visit to, what do you call it, talking about if Nigeria happened to you or before Nigeria happened to you. And before you realize that there is actually nobody in charge, all right? My eyes, my tiny eye just caught a comment, okay? And that comment is that whoever contributes to your rescue fund, they are wasting their time, from some Oloribuku who is watching us right now. I want you to talk. You are saying this on YouTube, okay? I won't mind something Ramon or whatever. If you can please just say that again and I can help you. That's what I said earlier. I said, this is Maiyegun. This is me, okay? I don't do political correctness, all right? I don't worship people. And that is my character. My character is character that can call your bullshit just exactly what it is. And I don't give a damn, right? Even if now your grandpa or your father I'm talking about, okay? That is my character. And that character is a character that thousands, if not millions, of those who have actually come across this character have considered outstanding. Okay? I am a Yoruba man, true. All right? And if you feel like this character, this Maiyegun character, is not a kind of character you should be seen with, and you are not Omuali, okay? You don't need to campaign. What you need to do is what? Is to never, ever have anything to do with him. I know that some of you, LGBT, that are inside there, Ilano Odua, Ilano. There is a time I'm going to open a chapter on you. Trust me. Like I said, they have done their best to make it look like I have something after Baba Akintoye and the Baba Deniro and all of that. So they are hiding behind what they called disrespect and Baba yen. Kò ní ra gbá fún yín, kò ní ra gbá fún respect tẹ́ ń wá káàkiri. Ṣé ń gbọ́ mi sìn? So there's going to be a time, yeah, all of you faceless ulis in the name of Yoruba nation, many of you hanging all over the place, all over the world. I have your names. I have your list. I have the names you're actually pushing all about, okay? So there's going to be a time that I'm actually going to tell people, okay? It's going to be their choice, so, because that's what I do on MaiyegunsDiary Politico. What I do on MaiyegunsDiary Politico is that I bring out an information, I give a fact to back it up, yeah? And I let people do what they would do. Don't give your, you know what I mean now? Maiyegun, one moment, Jare. Maiyegun, as it is, will not, I am not starting any fund for myself or for anybody. You get what I mean now? The people of MaiyegunsDiary Politico, they wanted what we are doing to continue. But listen to me, even if you have been part of it, and somehow you are disappointed, this is Maiyegun's character. It is a character that doesn't pretend to be respectful to thieves. So all of you using their names, all of you using those Babas names, all of you putting every other thing together, including even how much many of you. I know that somehow, this Maiyegun is going to unite some of you, Lori Bruku Sabi. Maiyegun might unite. Somehow. Because before now, many of you don't even want to see your own very Kiton. And why? Why were you fighting yourselves before now? You were fighting yourselves because of distrust, because of money, because of all those things that turn you apart. But you know what? Maiyegun is going to unite all of you now. You have found somebody you can tell people and say, now this guy Kosam. Now this guy be the problem. Now this guy, now this Maiyegun, it's because of this Maiyegun. Watch out for this and that. I know you. All I'm going to do is that I will bring you all here, okay? I will tell people what they need to know, all right? And then you can go out there and put your your useless personalities, your useless integrity. You can put them out there to test. Do you get what I mean? I've told you many times, I don't respect thieves, especially confident thieves. And if I can talk about these political thieves, I am going to talk about many of you soon, including how many of you. Listen, this one at Tipo, so that you will know that one day I'm going to talk about you, because I have to say it. I need to let people know who you are, so that some of you are still going to be crawling in and scamming the people and telling them about this or that. We have this petition, we have that. People are saying now that if you take out the petition they said they are signing for Yoruba Nation, if you take that out, if you take out the court case they instituted in Ekiti, after that, what else have they told you will bring you Yoruba Nation? I'll tell you all the scams at some point. And I'll tell you that those who are hiding behind the names of all those Baba, at some point, you are going to go and advise Baba Kintoye and Baba Deniran to quickly wash off their hands. So all of you who were like apart before, who were fighting yourselves, many of you who even called me to report yourselves to me and what you did to yourselves, you are coming together now. You are united. Maiyegun ti insult you. Maiyegun ti insult you, Baba. Maiyegun ti, no. This is unbelievable. This is unacceptable. We have to let see this. Many times, Bashe, mommy, dada. Majority ló ti place mi lọ́wọ́. Majority yín ló ti send àwọn nǹkan tó yẹ kẹ́ send nígbà tẹ́ ń wojú rere Maiyegun, ń wọ́nà tẹ́ fẹ́ fi wojú rere Maiyegun. Ó dà pé Maiyegun ìyá àwọn èèyàn ń listen sí. Ó dà pé Maiyegun this and that. Gbogbo nǹkan tẹ́ ti fún mi, tẹ́ ti send sí mi already. Àti tó jẹ́rọ́ ń bẹ̀, àti tó jẹ́ òótọ́ ń bẹ̀. Mo máa yọ gbogbo ẹ̀ kúrò nú ara wọn. Gbogbo yín tẹ́ sọ ọ̀rọ̀ Yorùbá Nation di business. Tẹ́ sọ ọ̀rọ̀ Yorùbá Nation di livelihood yín. Gbogbo yín pátápátá àti gbogbo ẹ̀yin tá àkáǹtì nọ́mbà yín wà lọ́wọ́ mi, èyí tó bá ti ń deny inú yín, máa gbé síta, máa wá ní káwọn èèyàn wá béèrè lọ́wọ́ yín pé kẹ́ ṣàkáǹtì nǹkan tẹ́ fowó yẹn ṣe. Ṣé ti understand sí? But this is not the time for now. So I have gotten to that point whereby, I have responsibilities now. Do you understand? Usually, right? Usually, I just do my thing and I leave. But now I have responsibility. People are now saying, Maiyegun, your idea is going to help a lot of our people. Your idea is going to, in fact, make it easier to talk about this Yoruba Nation and all of that. But I said, they are just ideas, except if you want it. So we did the People's Parliament on MaiyegunsDiary, on MaiyegunsDiary Politico yesterday, just to hear other people's opinion. And they said, Maiyegun, continue, stay there, continue. But there are one or two faceless rogues that comes onto MaiyegunsDiary Politico. Some of you even want to defend Baba Kintoye when I haven't even brought anything up against them. What I'm bringing up is going to be against all of you thieves. Social media, they call themselves agitator. Agitator, kill and agitate. We are fighting for our land. We are fighting for Yoruba land. Yeah. Let us all come together. We need to rise. We need to fight for Yoruba land. All of us are sleeping. Why are we sleeping? We need to put. You can call me names. Character, mi leleyi, mi ò ní respect. Mo sọ fún ẹ. Wọ́n fi aṣọ jó mi lẹ́nu dáadáa nígbà tí mo wà kékeré. Sọ nǹkan tó bá wọn ẹni kó sọ ń pa mi. If you have actually donated before, and you have accepted that what we have done, the support, the givings, and everything we have done, you have been so happy about that, but you are disappointed now. Màámi, ẹ má dáwọ́ yín sọ́wọ́ Maiyegun mọ́ o. Tẹ́ bá láwọn ọ̀rẹ́ tẹ́ sọ pé kán lọ dá sí nǹkan tí Maiyegun ṣe, ẹ lọ sọ fún wọn pé kán má dá sí mọ́ o. Ọmọ yẹn ń ṣe ọmọ o. Ṣé ń gbọ́? Ẹ lọ sọ fún wọn o. Ẹ má wá blame me later. Pé mo dẹ̀ dáwọ́, like I'm one of the mama. Caveat lélẹ́yìí. Ẹ má bá wọn dáwọ́ síbi tẹ́ ẹ mọ̀. Ṣẹ́yìn mọ̀ pé lórí Maiyegun yìí. Don't give. Ọmọ Igbo ń dáwó. Ọmọ Ìjọ ń dáwó. Ọmọ Hausa ń dáwó, Fúlàní ń dáwó. Everybody tó jọ̀rẹ́ Maiyegun lórí bíi tí wọ́n fẹ́ràn justice, tí wọ́n fẹ́ràn òtítọ́. Ó jẹ́ máa test here. So the bottom line is this. Don't give anybody your money if you don't trust them. Now, if your own thing that will never make you give anybody your money is because you don't have respect, Baba, don't give them. Oh, see, because you see me, yeah, look at me very well. I don't get respect. I don't get these people that can say, and I cannot say that. I wish I can say what is in my mind. No. There's nobody that I cannot say what is in my mind. But you see all these people, all these old ladies, look at them shouting Yoruba Nation on Facebook, on YouTube. Ask them questions. Tell them to give you the, what do you call it? To give you the, what do they call that, you know? Let them give you the template of how we are going to get that Yoruba Nation. They will start foaming in the mouth. They are a bunch of disgrace. You know what I mean? They are kind of the people that actually makes you feel like, man, this whole thing looks like a joke. Do you understand? So they say we are agitated, agitator call, agitator ni. So boomy dada, a time is coming. So boomy o ma mean nǹkan kan sí ẹ dáadáa ńbẹ because gbogbo ẹ̀yin olè oníjẹkújẹ yẹn gbogbo àwọn èèyàn wa tẹ́ ń gbá àtàwọn míì tẹ́ ń lọ tẹ́ lọ ń gbé ẹbọ. Can you imagine àwọn èèyàn lọ ń gbé ẹbọ nítorí Yorùbá tọrọ fẹ́ àwọn èèyàn ò dáwó mọ́ o. Can you believe that? Kí la máa ṣe sí báyìí sí yẹn àwọn èèyàn ò dáwó mọ́ tẹ́ lè bá wa rí èèyàn tẹ́ lè bá wa rí ẹni tó lè bá wa ṣiṣẹ́. And so that they tell me something about Èkìtì o lórí Yorùbá Nation yìí ni kẹ́ lè dáwó ẹ̀yin tẹ́ wà lábroad. Ó yá ẹ ní láti dáwó. Wọ́n torí tí wọ́n lọ ń ṣoògùn lẹ́kìtì wọ́n lọ ń gbẹ́bọ síbẹ̀síbẹ̀ náà wọ́n ò torí ẹ̀rí mọ́ọ̀ṣì látara yín ogun òmu yín mọ́ because majority yín ti ń gbọ́n. So ẹni tó bá máa bú mi kó bú mi dáadáa mi ò ní respect èmi fúnra mi mọ̀. So ti yẹn ń sìn. So that's why I like to tell my own story myself. You don't have to tell them. I am telling them myself. I don't respect people who don't deserve it. Do you understand? Old or young. And at the same time, I always want to make sure that people have information that helps them in their decision-making process. So I love this Maiyegun. I've told you before. I love this Maiyegun so much before. In fact, I feel so bad. Sorry. The first thing you should do is to make sure that you unfollow Maiyegun. If you are a paid, I have paying members. I have people who pay to watch me. Do you know that I actually have people who pay right now to watch me? Yeah, just the same way you pay to watch your Netflix. You pay to watch all those TV and broadband. People pay to watch me. So if you are one of them and you are disappointed, listen. Now, so it be. Sometimes they will say, because of this program on that program, because of this person on that program, the rating dropped. Because people started unsubscribing. People started leaving. It's a good thing. Now, this is the real world. You have right to do that. You voluntarily decided to subscribe on Maiyegun and start paying to watch me every month. You can change that. The option is there. It's yours. Only like this offer when you because I won't come back. I won't come here tomorrow and say, hey, my people, for the sake of Yoruba Nation, we want to go and get somebody who can do. I not to lose Shogun. Can you imagine that? Lórí ọ̀rọ̀ Yoruba Nation, they brought that on social media. They were raising money to go and do bee jazz so that somebody can control bees. So the bees can go and help them attack Fulanis. And people started raising money on social media. I bet they are laughing. They're having a laugh at many of us. Because I contributed to some of those platforms too. I gave money on those platforms too. So if you abuse me. Call me names. We'll see your end. Which end? I will see your end. I will tell people who you are. I will tell people your intention. It is not defined. Do you understand that now? It is not defined. So we want to give people clarity. We want to give them understanding. We want to make them involved. We want to get this real because people are dying. And then the future of our children they are at stake. So what are you telling me? I love Maiyegun. I don't love him anymore. Kini mo fi love she? Kini love did for me lati jojo? So for those who are wishing that something will happen, well, to the grace of God, I've talked about don't rejoice. Mo lè máa bá yín sọ̀rọ̀ mi tí mo ti ń sọ̀rọ̀ yìí. Ní nǹkan tí Yorùbá ń pè pé tọ́lọ́jọ́ bá dé. Ó dé nìyẹn, ẹ̀yin lẹ máa sunkún, lẹ máa lament pé ọmọ yẹn dẹ̀ young. You can even start creating the myth. One shame kokoba ifuni, one shegban shawo funi. That's your business. I'm gone. I'm gone. Whatever is left, let mama discuss. Don't worry about that. That's what I told my friends who are like a religious. I said, see, if I'm going to hell or heaven, Baba, when we get there, we'll go sort them out. You don't worry about them. We'll deal with the one we will get here. So all those things don't catch. They are fancy words that don't really appeal to me anymore. And I want you to know that so that I can warn you and say, don't invest your emotion or don't invest your like. I enjoy it, even if you are pretty much like, I don't like this Maiyegun. But here you are. You're going to watch all my program. You're going to watch all my video. You're going to watch people say they don't like Maiyegun too. And then you're going to be happy in your room. But guess what? I'm still going to be here tomorrow. I'm going to be here day after until I can no longer be here. Do you get that? So, I'm not going to because what happened to Deborah? What happened to Deborah is what we are trying to prevent from happening to another person, only if people can wake up. That's why we are like, if you love Nigeria, if you love the people, you will start the conversation around breaking the chain of whatever, Amagadash. And the chain of Amagadash can't hold us. There's this song where they ring for my head. What happened to Deborah can happen to anybody. It happened to Titi Lokwe Arotile. It happened to so many other people that we have seen who have died and their death in vain. But Bukwari is in what do you call it? Is in Dubai right now to go and pay condolences visit to the king of Dubai, Babylon. God bless you, Jare. So and that's why I'm here. I am not here because of just the Yoruba nation. No. I have spoken about the Shiites. You as a Yoruba man, you know now about the Shiites. Abi? And you are kind of compassionate. You have empathy towards their cause. That's not what Nigeria told you. Nigeria said they were potential terrorists. But I spoke about them. Does that make me a member of the Shiites? Of course not. I spoke about the Biafrans. I remember when Biafrans, some of my Biafran brothers, when they came, they said, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said we should come and be listening to you. I was like, oh, well done. But my brother, you came late. There are Biafrans who have been listening to Maiyegun, including Mazi Nnamdi Kanu himself, before he made that recommendation. And they are based on what you see is what you get. This is me. It is whatever you see now, waiting you see, you get to. So when they now were like, we want you to, I said, hey, hold on. This is MaiyegunsDiary Politico. Remember that. So they started saying, Maiyegun, what is this thing with the Biafrans? I said, does that make me IPOB member? It doesn't. I speak about their injustice because it is the same thing that happened to the Shiites that they are doing to the IPOB. The propaganda, the everything around them. So, because I know that, what to make Shiites get angry? We make IPOB say with the go. If you as a Yoruba man or Yoruba woman, if you are paying attention very well, you are going to be demanding for the same thing. But boom. Yoruba nation, my own people, decided that they were going to. I'm like, oh, great. That's fine. Now, how can we go about this? While we were trying to figure that out, okay, we know, bang. They wanted to kill Igboho. Then it became serious. I was like, you see, that's how they tried to kill Sunday. They tried to kill Nnamdi Kanu. I'm a Yoruba man. Does that then automatically make me a member of your Ilana or whatever other group you all created out there? It doesn't. No, it doesn't. And not be member of any of your shady organizations in the name of Yoruba nation. Does that make me a less Yoruba? Of course not. But Adeyinka Grandiot also said he's fighting for Yoruba nation. You remember? He's my brother. He did jail now. Because his own concept of the Yoruba nation is not different from the Afghanistan Taliban. And to me, as a Yoruba man, that is completely alien to me. And I opposed it. I opposed that. I didn't hide that. I said that loud and clear on MaiyegunsDiary Politico. And I warned the people. This is an extremist move that can never be Yoruba. I mean, I'm a Yoruba man. You can no longer tell me there's a different Yoruba that I should know of. So I objected to that. And I never have any regret about that. Some people don't like me for that. So if I am not a member of any of your bogus, shady organizations, right? Does that make me less of a Yoruba man? Of course not. So that is why I said, before Nigeria happened to me, I go scream. Oh, we started screaming, and people said, Maiyegun, stop screaming alone. Let us start acting. So make una no tempt us. So if we say that we want to raise 10,000, 20,000, 100,000 pounds, 1 million pounds to help our people back in Yoruba land, it is never going to be all around what you think. Do you know that? It is going to be all around what we think here. And that is why, I don't usually go everywhere and say, hey, help us promote this, help us promote that. I bet some of those I even gave money to. I bet many of those of them, many of them, I bet if they ever actually promoted the fund, but they have opinion about it and won't weary. So Emma Alemokayo de wow. Emma Alemokayo de wow. I will only respect simply because we know that nobody is in Nigeria. I mean, nobody is in charge of Nigeria. Since nobody is in charge of Nigeria and all these are happening, it is always better, not just to tell the people the truth. Don't make up lies. Don't cook up all this nonsense that some of you are cooking up just to make you look like, just nonsense. Don't cook anything up. Tell people the truth. That will do wonders. That's what I do. That is what I do. I speak it. And you can then say, Maiyegun, that is your own truth. But it is not the whole truth. I say, okay, fine. But I've said my truth. Add them to your own truth. So then do better. That's me. And that is why on MaiyegunsDiary Politico, I said, I don't know how to give orders. There's no point in trying to say you want to give order to people. Do you even know the kind of people who watches MaiyegunsDiary Politico? I'm talking about people who are in their 50s, 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s. Now the people where they want make a come here, they say I'll be leader, and they give order. All of you must sit at home tomorrow. That's the kind of thing, Maiyegun, you need to ginger your people. You are made for this. People have told me that many times. Maiyegun, you are made for this. You should be ready to lead your people. And I say, when you are done with your fantasy, you will come to the reality. I am not that kind of a person. I am just this your conscience, something that you probably, the last voice that will be ringing in your heads. After you've known all that happened in Nigeria today, or in the past and all that, I am the voice that will continue to remind you that Nigeria is still here because you want Nigeria to still be Nigeria. Once you begin to feel like, no, this is not it, this is not, and that is why when I speak about the revolution now, it is because of the injustice against them. Does that now make me a member of a Showore party? Showore is my friend, though. And trust me, as a free thinker where I be, I go still give him money for the election that he is doing. Do you know that? Not because I believe in the whole thing, but for me, as part of my own whatever, I can still give him and say, oh, Showore, take this, now wait till I get be that, God help you. But me in call, I know, my hand no deal. I can still do that. Or maybe I should even confess. I have done that already. Yeah, I've reached out and said, okay, Mr. Showore, does that make me a member of their whatever? It doesn't. But when I see an injustice towards them, coming from a system that has done us so much wrongs, only if we have paid attention for long. The system that has done us so much wrongs. We realize that if we come together, and that is the common interest I've been looking for. And on MaiyegunsDiary Politico, I have achieved that. So some said, when I talk, I'm sounding arrogant. Yeah, people have told me that before. They said I'm arrogant, of course. People have told me I'm proud. How do you think you typing it now? You typing that in the comment and say, he's so proud, he's arrogant. How do you think that? I mean, why do you think that's going to actually make me feel like, I'm so sorry, I'm not proud. I'm not arrogant. It's not like that. Let me explain. Iwa titani. Ta mu wèrè wọ́jà, ta ló mú àbùkí wá sọ́jà. Ẹni mú wèrè wá ni kó mú wèrè lọ. Kí ló kàn mí àti emotion wèrè? Ṣé mo proud ni? Yes, alright. Is that Maiyegun arrogant? Oh, very, very arrogant. Very, very arrogant. And that Maiyegun is becoming proud today. Or there. So you are just knowing something that some others have known for years. And according to them, na mumu they listen to Maiyegun. No be so? So you are just discovering that it's shocking you. If that is how I come out to you, mommy, daddy, Olorun, you are right. Olorun, walai, you're right. Maiyegun, you proud, sha. Olorun, you're right. Maiyegun, you are arrogant, gan sha. Olorun, mami, you're right. If that's how it came to you, if this is how this whole thing is to you, that's why I said when I talk, I do all my talking, I do everything, I leave them to you to. Maiyegun, I love that broadcast last night. That broadcast that you are laughing, you are saying you enjoy. I love that you are very real. Some people are angry right now. They are watching with this. Now the same video they are watching. They are watching this same video like you. You are laughing because you feel like, hey, Maiyegun tell them. Some people are angry right now. What is he talking about? It's just rabble-rousing. My friend, just make a point. Just say something better. All this nonsense. They are there, but they are here for the past 1 hour. If I continue just going about in circle, all of you will be laughing. You will be laughing. Sorry, many of you will be laughing. These ones will be like, it's just wasting our data. They are here. So what do you... That's why I tell people, and what I wanted to ensure, why I am like this is this, okay? People will call you names, especially if you don't kind of tailor yourself according to their expectations. They are always pretty much like, no. I don't listen to that, guys. It's all rubbish he talks. Now the same rubbish to his ears is a melody to your own ears. Maiyegun, continue. Fire them. I get some eruku here. I know they did wrong for their face. I know they did wrong. Some of you are even be like, I'm just advising Maiyegun. I'm just advising him. Let me advise him. Because some of you feel like Maiyegun cannot be Tony. Because every name you want to call Maiyegun himself has been calling himself those names. Because those names came by because some people felt like you shouldn't have said that. And you should have kept that, you should have kept that to yourself. You shouldn't have embarrassed that person that way. We know that they did, but we shouldn't and all of that. And that is how many of you adults today have kept mute even when you saw wrong things going on.
You have joined them. And I don't want our children. I have children who watches Maiyegun. Yeah, there are children who watches Maiyegun. I don't want you to tell them to keep short when they see something wrong. You need to let them know that when they see something wrong, they must tell you. And they must not be afraid of any punishment because whoever they are talking about is this person, is that person. Now, when I come this abroad, I realized that they did us bad in Nigeria. Very bad, terribly bad. When they say keep your mouth shut, you cannot ọmọdé tó bá sọ pé ẹnu àgbàlagbà ń rùn, ọmọlẹ́yìn á sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ fún. My brother, tẹnu ẹ bá ń rùn tó jó nírọ́, ò bá jẹ́ 70 years, ò bá jẹ́ 80, ò bá jẹ́ 90. Tó bá jẹ́ ọmọ, okay, let me put it this way. They say you don't tell elderly person that their mouth is smelling. But it is not like a smelly mouth. It is pretty much like a smelly character. If you are a young person, you can't tell elderly person that they have a terrible characters. You get what I mean? Because if you say that, those who are coming after you, they are going to say that to you too. Why don't you just stop silly characters, smelly characters? Why don't you just stop that as an elderly, as an old person? So that person coming behind you will not smell your dirty, stinking, odious character. So that I won't have to say it. So they say, maybe everything we they talk. Because you see, all these people, if you are talking like this, they are not going, when they have when people say, when they recommend your name somewhere for a position or for a job, they will say, that boy that can talk and talk, that has no respect. They won't give you the job. They won't give you the support. They won't give you this and that. And many of you didn't see anything wrong in that. Imagine. You didn't see anything wrong in that until I came to this abroad. abroad, yeah. Until I came to this abroad, or I came to Scotland, I realized the damage is done, because it simply means if you are too, they say, because your mouth is so sharp, you think say your mouth sharp, nobody go help you. Now, when I came here, I realized that I don't need anybody to help me. All I needed was to help myself. Do you understand? Like, I just have to help myself. How? Get some skill, get a job, and get a life. So if I say something and you don't like me, why you won't give me a job? Which job you won't give me? Why do you want to help me? Why do you want to give me money? Why do I have to come to you and say I need help? Why? When I don't have to beg you for money to go to hospital. I don't have to beg you for money to send my children to school. I don't have to beg for money to feed. I don't have to beg you for money to pay my rent. Why should I need your help? And in the future, you may say you want to be this. Okay. So because I call the thieves, you agree that the thieves can deny me whatever I am rightfully qualified for in your Nigeria. If you are the kind of person who think like that, now one of the damages done to you by Nigeria. I don't need me personally, I don't need your connection. I don't need your what do you call it, and all those. You don't need them. You can only help yourself. But I understand if you are watching me from Nigeria. I understand. You have to watch your mouth so that somebody cannot so that you can get help. So all these influential people, they can help you, they can do all of that. That is what we are trying to change. That's part of the mentality